Ugh, I am so sick of people. Let me tell you reasons why. Number one, they are narcissistic as heck. Like, every time I go in public, or even if I want to, talk to somebody, they might just, not even want nothing to do with me, or they'll be rude to me and just be disrespectful. Like, I can't stand that. And I'll give you a few examples. Like, whenever I go out in public or in society, I gotta deal with toxic people, teachers, parents. They think that just because they're, the leader, that they could be controlling. And that is just narcissistic as hell. That's what I gotta deal with. Now, I cut ties with this one friend and his mother because they were very toxic. And I remember how controlling she was, and she would always pick on me, yada, 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 because, I wasn't hungry, I didn't want to eat food at the moment. It's like, come on, why are you concerned about that? That's my responsibility. And you're nitpicking at me for that? That shows how controlling and toxic she is and all that. And I remember this happened, back in late 2023, I was going to go on vacation with my friend, and, his mother was being controlling, and I decided, you know what, I'm not going to go now because I don't want to deal with her mistreating me. So I just stayed home, and, I did my own things to keep myself occupied, So, yeah, at least that was better than getting mistreated. You know what I mean? And, even at school sometimes, certain teachers are just stern and they give you a hard time. Like, come on now. What's the purpose of that? Just because you were raised differently is no excuse to mistreat an autistic person like me. For one, I have sensory issues, and because I'm sensitive, that makes me overreact. And it just, of course it's embarrassing later on, but, that's just how I am. That's why you shouldn't be stern with people. You never know if they're sensitive to that or not. Come on, you don't need to be stern. You don't need to be strict. That just makes you nothing but a narcissist. Be easy on the poor students. And that's also why I hate average people, because all they do is freaking disrespect autistic people. Just because they're masterminds at things that we struggle at, that gives them no right to be pushy with us to be good at those things too. That's not how it works. That's why I can't stand people like that. They are narcissists. I'm not blaming all average people. There are some average people who actually have respect and they show sympathy for what I go through because I have learning disabilities, so at least those type of people understand that. But other average people don't. They are so judgmental, and they wonder why I get upset with them. They wonder why. Perhaps because you're being toxic and you're being a narcissist. You really think being hard on people is acceptable? You really think that's appropriate? Get a life. You better rethink your thoughts. I'm just sick and tired of dealing with stern people and controlling people. They always tell you what to do. Well, I want you to do this. I want you to do that. They're always forcing you to do things you don't want. Screw that. It's what are you trying to achieve by doing that, huh? I want an answer to that. What are you trying to achieve by being a narcissist like that? Stop being bossy to people. Stop being rude and narcissistic. And learn how to treat people with respect. Heck, I can even remember another incident I had to deal with a toxic person. This time it was a total stranger. That's another thing. You can even deal with, total strangers just confronting you. They don't even know who you are. One time I was at the beach. This was back in late July 2023. I was about to go on the water slides, and I was going to give money to the old man there, because obviously you had to pay to go on the water slides, right? And I was trying to save money, and I gave him the money, and he said to me, "Oh, what is this?" It's duh, you idiot, what does it look like? It's the money for the damn water slides. And, he wouldn't take it. He was being so difficult with me about it, so I had to have my friend's mom jump in to help out. That. Not only did it make me upset and angry, but it also, kind of hurt my feelings, too, because of how sensitive I am. And just whenever people are just, especially strangers, it's not just friends and teachers. It sucks when they're stern, too, but it's even worse if it's a total stranger. And they confront you, and they're rude about it. Oh my god, I hate that. Like, heck, even, you guys may remember, I told you guys about this a million times. This happened back in late April 2020. I was recording the garbage. And one random neighbor, I don't even know him, this old man, he confronted me and he questioned me. He was all rude about it. Like, come on, you don't freaking confront people you don't know. That's another problem, people, that they're so nosy and they think they can get into other people's business. Like, if that's a friend, that's a little different. But if it's a total stranger, you have no right to freaking butt into what they're doing. Like, you need to respect people's privacy, like, especially when you don't know them and stuff. And, like, if you're a friend or whatever and you're curious about what your other friend's doing, that's fine. But if you're a stranger, then you have no right to question them. That's very, very disrespectful, you know? Like, I had to deal with that before, and I can't stand that. Heck, even I had some old neighbors where whenever I put my trash out, they accused me of, like, having it in the way of, you know, the cars getting in the driveway. They accused me of blocking the driveway. Like, I was not blocking the driveway. There was so much space there from the, you know, bring their cars in. So they're just being rude. Like, that's why I can't stand people, you know? They're just narcissistic as hell. And I'm very grateful for the friends I do have who actually respect me. And, like, if anyone does disrespect me, I'm just going to cut ties with them. Because, like, it's gotten to the point where I've lost my trust in humanity. Because a lot of people are just toxic and rude. And, you know, not to mention, like, they do really bad things. They bully. They harass. And they get away with it. And that's so messed up. Like, and I feel terrible for anyone who, you know, has been involved in bullying. Anyone who is a victim of that, I feel terrible. And I wish there was more things that could be done about it. You know, even though I've never actually dealt with in-person bullying, but I feel terrible for those who have. And if that ever happened to a friend, I'll always be there for them if that happens. Because I'm actually a caring person, unlike, like, 95% of people only care about themselves. And that's another thing I want to bring up. People are selfish. They don't care. And that goes to show you, if you want to be friends with someone, you got to be careful. Because you never know, they could turn their back against you. And they could just cut you off out of nowhere because they don't care about you. And let's say you want to spend time with them and they make excuses. Oh, I'm busy. I got stuff to do. Wow, I don't have any AC at my house. I got college. Blah, 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 blah. Like, really? Is that more important than our friendship? I understand having a job. But what about in your free time? When you have nothing else to do. That's a perfect time for you to make time to hang out with me. Like one old friend I had in the past. I was going through something, and he read my stories about it, but he didn't reach out to me. So that's how I knew he was toxic, you know? And the only reason why they make excuses, and they say they're very busy when they're not, is because they don't want you there. They don't care about you. They only say that they care just to make you happy, but when you want them, they don't want you. It's only at their convenience, not yours. And that's how you can tell if someone is toxic, and that's not what a friend does. A true friend will make time for you, even if it's, you know, their time for themselves. If they truly care and have a heart, they will make time for you. So keep that in mind. Because, yeah, that's what I have to deal with. Like, and I even keep a close eye on some friends I do have. I mean, if I lost them, it sucks, but at the end of the day, that's why you gotta rely on yourself, because people are just evil. You can't trust people anymore. And that's why I like animals a whole lot better than people. At least animals are loyal, like cats and dogs, for example. Like, they are much more loyal than people will ever be. And, like, animals, they don't betray you. They don't mistreat you. They love you unconditionally no matter what. That's why I miss having cats. And I wish that, you know, cats had the ability to be teachers instead of people. I know it sounds very silly of me to say that. Don't get me wrong. I get that sounds really silly and illogical. But that's just how I feel, though. Because at least cats just, they give you love. And they love you unconditionally. They don't pick on you and mistreat you like garbage average people do. Like, that's why I hate people. And I have every right to be frustrated with them about that. Every right. And they wonder why I get upset. Well, they're freaking hypocrites. And they tell me, don't take things personally. And I understand where they're coming from, but they take things out of context. They take things personally themselves. You know? That's another thing. People also they take things out of context. They take things too seriously. Like, I've had enough of that. Like, not everything is intended to, be exactly how you think it is. So, don't just ever come to conclusions about something. That's the worst thing you could ever do. So, yeah. I mean, this is my video. I'm just sick and tired of stupid, dumb, garbage people. And the friends I do have, I appreciate you guys so much. You mean the world to me. And I hope you guys will always be there for me, as much as I'll always be there for you. If you need anyone to talk to, I'm here on the messages. I'll respond to your messages as soon as I can. So, yeah, I'm not a narcissistic, toxic person. I am the good person in a world full of narcissistic people. So, yeah, this is my video. So, I know a lot of people in the same boat with me are going to agree with this. It's to the point where I don't want to be in public anymore. People are going to be like, oh, well, you can't be at home your whole life. Well, yeah, but at least that's better than dealing with toxic people. Like, I know you gotta, go to the store, go shopping, and buy stuff, and even going to work, but still, I don't want to deal with toxic people. Oh, well, you have to. Da, 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 da. Well, I don't want to. Like, average people, it doesn't affect them as much. They're not sensitive. But people like me who are autistic and I have sensory issues, it affects me a lot. And I get mistreated all because I have learning disabilities, and that's pathetic. Because they think I have mental disabilities too. That's not true. Like, I'm technically a normal person besides my autism and learning disabilities, along with my sensitivity and my shyness, which luckily my shyness has worn off some, and that's great. But that's the thing. I would even get picked on for being shy and sensitive as well by dumb average people who have never gone through that. So screw that garbage. People like that are just so narcissistic. So this is my video. Have a great day, folks. I will talk to you later.